Successful people make a habit of doing what others avoid. But as believers, we know that true success isn't just about money. It's about stewardship of what God has placed in our hands. Two people can earn the same paycheck. One ends up stressed before payday. The other quietly builds peace and provision. The difference is not luck, it's wisdom. And James 1:5 reminds us, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. Disclaimer before we begin. This is not financial advice. These principles are shared for encouragement, learning, and reflection. Always pray, seek God's wisdom, and do your own diligence before making financial decisions. Now, with that heart posture, let's walk through 10 biblical money skills that any believer can apply. Skill 1. See money as time, not just dollars. Before spending, ask yourself, how much of my God-given time does this cost me? If you earn $20 an hour, that $60 dinner equals 3 hours of your life. Ephesians 5:15-16 says, "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." Every purchase is a piece of your time. Value it, because your days are precious. Skill 2. Pay God and yourself first. When income arrives, honor God first with tithes and offerings, Malachi 3:10. Then, save for yourself before spending on others. Proverbs 3:9-10 says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine." This order trains your heart to trust God and builds discipline that creates lasting peace. Skill 3. Plant seeds that grow while you rest. Idle money loses value, but invested money multiplies. Like the faithful servants in Matthew 25:20-21, who doubled what was entrusted to them. Even a small, consistent investment compounds. Proverbs 13:11 reminds us, "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." It's not about greed. It's about being faithful with what God provides. Skill 4. Track every dollar faithfully for 30 days. Write down every expense, snacks, apps, subscriptions, gas. At the end, you'll see leaks you never noticed. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." Being accountable with small dollars prepares you for bigger blessings. Skill 5. Use debt with caution. Flee bondage. Proverbs 22:7 is clear. The borrower is slave to the lender. Bad debt is bondage. Good debt can build tools or income. If you're tangled, create a snowball plan. Clear the smallest, then move to the next. Romans 13:8 encourages us, "Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another." Freedom from debt clears your mind and strengthens your walk with God. Skill 6. Build a God-honoring emergency fund. Joseph stored grain for 7 years in Genesis 41, preparing for famine. Likewise, aim to save at least 3 months of essentials. Proverbs 6:6-8 says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. It stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest." Preparation is wisdom, not fear. It creates peace in the storm. Skill 7. Negotiate humbly. Ask with grace. Most prices are flexible. Ask respectfully. Call your provider, ask your boss, or request a discount. Matthew 7:7 reminds us, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you." A humble request often opens unexpected doors. Skill 8. Turn your God-given gifts into income. Your talents are not accidents. 1 Peter 4:10 says, "Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms." Whether you can cook, teach, design, or repair, offer it. Start small, reinvest wisely. Every gift can serve others and create provision. Skill 9. Renew your mind with financial wisdom. Romans 12:2 teaches, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Commit to 1 page of financial wisdom daily. Read books, listen to podcasts, or study biblical stewardship. Over time, this guards you against deception and builds discernment. Skill 10. Walk with the wise. Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Surround yourself with believers who steward well, who give generously, and who dream godly dreams. If your circle spends recklessly, suggest free, wholesome alternatives. Online, follow voices that uplift and teach, not those that tempt or distract. Your circle shapes your future. Choose wisely. Millions aren't built overnight. They're gathered quietly by those who walk with God, steward well, and make daily choices with faith. Deuteronomy 8:18 reminds us, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." So start today. Practice one skill faithfully this week. Add the next. Over time, you'll not only see financial freedom, but also the joy of honoring God with your resources. If this encouraged you, like, subscribe, and comment below. Which skill will you practice this week in faith? Your finances are more than numbers. They are a testimony of God's wisdom working in your life.